Whether they're dumb or they're dangerous, I purchased the internet's strangest fitness products to figure out why something like caffeine eye drops actually exist. But before potentially ruining my eyes, let's potentially ruin my face. This is called Buff Bomb, and it's caffeinated cream. Now, this company has so much confidence in their product that they're offering to pay you if it doesn't work.
This stuff will not only wake you up, but it'll make you look more awake. And if it doesn't do that within 60 seconds, not only will we give you a refund, but we will pay you an extra $50.
Now, I got both the face cream and the lip balm, which sounds dangerous, but I found something that's a little bit suspicious. Now, on their social media, they have little to no interactions on any of their posts, which is fine. You know, they're a small business and they're starting, so I'll give them time. Until I saw my boy Randy. I have felt it, and boy, it's quite the difference. Large and in charge, ready to pump the iron. Now let's just for 1 second pretend that Randy is, in fact, a real person, totally not AI generated and not completely fake. He felt so strongly about what he said that he decided to go back on their website, give them 5 stars, and re-comment the same exact thing, word for word. Yeah, that makes sense. They say 60 seconds, so it has 60 seconds to make me feel and look more awake. And if not, well, I get $50. This YouTube stuff is really starting to pay off. But while I apply this cream, let me tell you the rules of the video. I have to test all of these items how they were intended, and after I try each of them, I'm gonna give them a rating. Each product will be placed on a scale of 1 to 10. If it gets closer to a 10, that means that I am wrong about the product and it should exist. However, if it gets ranked more towards a 1, that means that it definitely should not exist. Essentially, the lower the number that a product gets, the worse that it is, and the item that receives the lowest number will get this, the Please Uninvent Me award. All right, cream applied. Let's check back in. Dude, I am creamed the fuck up right now. I have cream on my face, cream on my neck, cream on my arms. If this stuff works, I'm gonna have a heart attack. And I'm double dipping too. We're going with the lip balm as well. Ooh, this one, it smells like Play-Doh. Oh. Oh God. I feel like I got baby oil on my lips. No Diddy. Ugh, I got it in my mouth. No Diddy. Oh, this tastes terrible. I'm setting a timer for 60 seconds. Go. And stop. Okay, so that's a minute. How do I feel? Well, honestly, my face does feel a little bit more amped up. I do feel a little bit more awake. I don't know if I'm getting more energy throughout my body. I don't know how that exactly works. But listen, their Instagram literally says the best caffeinated face balm and caffeinated lip balm for gym rats. They even put a little flexing emoji, so I know they're f***ing serious. So if I'm just standing here, maybe I'm not gonna feel the full effect. So let me go hit a workout. Maybe as I get in the zone, I'll feel caffeinated. For something that's advertised as pre-workout for your face, I really do think it works. It wasn't anything overwhelming, but I really felt it in my face. It felt like how I'd feel if I drank a cup of coffee. Now, should it exist? I don't really know. I mean, there's 570 milligrams of caffeine in this tub, and there's no instructions on how to exactly use it. As a matter of fact, it literally just shipped like this. No packaging, no container, literally this. For the Buff Bomb, I'm gonna give it a 3. But if you think this one is wild, just wait until you see what we're having post-workout. Take a guess. Protein shake, protein bar, alcohol. Yep, you guessed it right. Protein alcohol. When have you ever seen a high-protein cocktail? All right, let's do it. Most of the time after a lift, you're gonna want some easily digesting carbs and some fast digesting protein, but never did a cocktail cross my mind. Well, I guess depending on how bad the lift went. But this is called Protocol. It's a protein cocktail with 290 calories and 11 grams of protein. It actually has hashtag 100% unnecessary on the can. I love people who are self-aware. For legal reasons, do not buy this. And again, for legal reasons, I am at my own house right now, not at a park. I just wanted to make it look like I was at a park, because drinking around other people in public is funny and illegal. We have 2 flavors, pineapple pump and swoleberry. I'm gonna start off with the Swolberry first because it actually sounds good. Gotta give them props though. The can is kind of nice. I like the logo. On the side, it says, just a few guys from Erie, PA set out to make the most unnecessary drink of all time. They did it. Smells like a night out with the boys on the beach. I wouldn't know because I have no friends and I don't go to the beach. Cheers. Well, that's quite nice. Tastes like a juice box as a kid. That is dangerous. It really is, because the alcohol really isn't too strong, at least for taste, but the taste of it is really good. So you can down 3 of these and then go hit a PR. Probably fail it. Let's try. Let's try Pineapple Plump. That's really good. It tastes like a refreshing pina colada, strong on the pineapple juice. That's dangerously good. It really is. See, what's silly about this is that after your lift and after you work out, you're gonna want something to actually rehydrate you. Alcohol is not gonna do that. It's actually gonna cause more dehydration. Even furthermore, alcohol could actually interfere with your recovery. So this is quite literally the opposite of what you should be drinking after your workout. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of hitting me now a little bit. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Now, the reason you guys shouldn't take this after your workout is because it's gonna dehydrate you. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'd get made fun of if this got me drunk already. But I have to be a little bit fair here. They're acknowledging that it's unnecessary, and it's a good tasting drink with some protein added to it that you could have a good time with if you went out with some people. If you're just drinking this alone after your workout, you have other issues. For the protein alcohol, I'm gonna give it a 3. It's unnecessary, but it's really not the worst. Hopefully you could sober up after your protein cocktails, because if not, then you're probably gonna make some bad food choices. However, would that still matter if you had your own weight loss fork? I just spent $100 on a fork to help me lose weight. That's like trying to quit drugs by purchasing a syringe. This better burn the calories as it picks up the food. Shit, I gotta charge it. Well, I feel like an idiot. Turns out you need to charge your fork. Who would have thought? 2025, we're charging our forks to lose weight. Well, while I get this bad boy charging, let me at least explain what it is and what it does. Supposedly, this fork will monitor your eating pace and vibrate if you're eating too fast. Now, in this image here, they say that on average, people will lose up to 5 pounds in 2 months just by using this fork. Who'd have thought? I'm out here starving myself and running on the treadmill every single day. I could have just been using an expensive fork. But why is this $100 fork necessarily dumb? Well, who's accounting for the calories that you're eating when you're using the fork? Let's take a very high calorie meal, like this Chinese food I have here. Will it matter if my fork vibrates if ultimately I'm not able to put the fork down? Well, we're just gonna have to see. We're charged up. Let's give it a go. All right, so gonna take a bite of my food like normal. It buzzed. That's because I ate too quick. Well, there goes all my diet issues. Obesity is solved. I don't even want to eat anymore. I'm fucking kidding. What the fuck? That's the most ineffective thing ever. All it did was make me think I got a notification on my phone. I don't want to not eat anymore. All right, maybe I'm just being a hater as usual. Let's keep digging in. When it blinks red, that's it counting down until I can eat again. So if I go and eat quicker, it buzzes. You know what would be a better invention? If they didn't invent this. Or if instead of this, they somehow made a fork that could count your calories. Now that would make sense. Because I hate to break it to you, whoever was dumb enough to actually buy one of these, you're not gonna lose weight if you're not fixing your actual diet. Now in theory, this could make it so you eat slower and you're able to recognize when you're full so you don't eat as much, but I would say the average person wouldn't be able to do that. Not only would that not matter if your food is ridiculously high in calorie, but most people aren't gonna have the willpower to not fight past a buzz. Plus, for this being $100, that is insane. You could have gotten almost a whole year membership at Planet Fitness, but you spent that on a fork. If you did that, you deserve to be fat. Since this is a product that you'd quite literally be better if you didn't use because you wouldn't be eating, I'm gonna have to give this a 1. Dumbest product yet. I find it hard to believe that protein alcohol is better than a weight loss fork. If you didn't know, what you eat is way more important than what you're actually eating with. A big part of dieting is enjoying what you're putting in your mouth, because similar to a relationship, if you don't, you're gonna end up cheating. However, it doesn't always have to feel like you're cheating, because there are ways to make your food actually taste good. And one of those ways is with seasoning. Now, what I found was this. Protein seasoning. This is one of those things where I saw it on social media, I scrolled past it thinking it was a joke, scrolled back, said what the fuck, and then ordered it. That's been my life lately. It's really exciting. Now, okay, in theory, this does actually sound kind of cool, but the issue is, how much of this am I actually gonna have to add to my meal to get a significant amount of protein? And even more so, is it gonna taste any good? Like, are we talking like cookout seasoning, or are we talking white person seasoning? Because there's a difference. And yes, that's friendly fire. I can make that joke. I got pink salt and pepper. It has 10 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber. I have no idea how this is gonna work, and I can only imagine it tasting really bad. Maybe I'll be proven wrong though, and maybe my protein intake will skyrocket because I'll just be able to dump this on any meal I have. I think the goal with this is to not dump the seasoning on it during the cook, but then afterwards when it's prepared. So it's 100 calories for every 22 grams. I don't know how I feel about this, because typically seasonings are 0 calories anyways, so another thing, why is this real? Okay, I got my ground beef going. Let's measure this out and see how much seasoning that we actually need. Oh, that smells atrocious. That smells so bad. All right, we need 22 grams. That's kind of a lot. That's like an obnoxious amount. I don't know if I'm too white, but that's a lot of seasoning to add to your meal. Like an ant could live in that, a little ant colony. See, like, I'm more liable to dump this on my ground beef now than I would be to dump it in afterwards. But if I dump it in this, then that's 10 grams of protein scattered across all my beef. I would rather do that. Okay, well, we have the beef, and I was right. I truthfully don't know how much more seasoning somebody would realistically add to their meal to get the protein in. So when you put it on the whole meal and then you portion it out, what do I have? 3 grams of protein here? A big f***ing deal. I could go without it. So it's one of those things where, why would I spend the money on protein seasoning to get the extra 3 grams of protein per meal? It's just not making sense. But okay, maybe the taste is outstanding. So let's try the beef. Do I have COVID? I can't taste anything. Now that tastes like it's unseasoned. So maybe I did need more. But then it gets these little pieces on it from the seasoning, so that would gross me out if I had more. Overall, as you could probably tell, I don't like this item. I'm gonna give the protein seasoning a 2. The only positive I can say is at least this one isn't dangerous. Now, can't exactly say that for our next product. No, I swear to God, I'm getting a pain in my chest. One of the most recent fads in the last few years are Zyns. They're tiny little pouches of nicotine that have taken over the world. They've taken over so much that somebody decided to make pre-workout Zyns. These are nootropic energy pouches with 75 milligrams of caffeine. It also has lion's mane, alpha-GPC, L-theanine, and L-tyrosine, which will all help you focus. Do you want to know what the scariest part of this is? This has no reviews. I'm literally the first person that is probably trying this. I might be the only person that tries this. Imagine it kills me. We're taking pre-workout Zyns. You want one?
I'm good.
They're energy with caffeine and...
Hey, really?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I've never tried them. I'm about to try them for the first
I
time.
got school at 9:30, so I don't want to feel caffeinated.
You want to take one for school?
Nah, I'm good.
I'm so good for the youth. Anyways, this is by a company named Jolt Energy. They say these give instant energy, infinite potential, and unstoppable drive. For athletes, gym lovers, drivers, workers, travelers, hikers, professionals, gamers, and me, Andrew Fox. It's also midnight right now, so I'm kind of hoping these don't work. It feels dangerous too because the caffeine and all of the nootropics are gonna hit me really hard and really fast. They actually say that it's 4 to 5 times faster. It directly enters the bloodstream via oral mucosa, skipping digestion for superior bioavailability. They're using big words. They think there are more plates, more dates, don't they? I'm gonna, what do I take? It says 1 pouch. Should I take 2 and just say fuck it, risk my life? These are expired. June 20th, 2025. That's past. That happened already. Am I a... I'm probably the only idiot that actually bought this shit. That's why. Why does this exist? I'm gonna still do it. I'm gonna take 2 because it's probably not gonna be as strong because it is expired. Or it's gonna make me expire. This smells like a fucking green apple lollipop, but it actually smells good. And I'm all for the focus. If this is gonna help me in any way, why not? They're kind of big zins. Let's see if this is gonna work. I'm not sure if it's gonna. Truthfully, I'm a little bit scared. It's kind of burning my mouth a little bit like a regular Zin. Ugh, I don't like this. Oh, I can't believe I'm taking expired pre-workout Zins right now. Oh. No, I swear to God, I'm getting a pain in my chest. Oh. Oh, holy shit. Yo, the caffeine is hitting me already. That is hitting me hard and fast. Oh, I fucking hate this shit so much. This is so bad. I shouldn't have done 2. Oh, God. Alright. I want to try and get a lift in right now. Ooh. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, God. This is definitely kicking in. I feel like really energized, and I do feel really focused. I don't know whether I like it or whether I hate it. It's I don't know. It's working though. It is working. You know, after I got past that initial like heart scare, I think I'm okay now. I also got Rage Against the Machine playing, blasting in this gym, so it's not helping the heart palpitations. F it though, right? If I go out, I'll go out with a pump. I am genuinely shocked at these pre-workout Zins. After that initial like shock of it hitting me, it did feel pretty good. I was energized, I was very focused, and I still am. It's lasting quite a while. So I don't know, should these exist? Probably not, but I could also see why somebody would want to take these. I'm gonna rank it at a 5. I'm torn. I did like it, so I can't say it shouldn't exist, but also, why would it exist? You know, there's so many other forms of pre-workout out there that are better. Now, if our protein cocktail showed us anything, it's that these people think that they could just slap protein on any label and us gym bros will buy it. Now, I don't know who told them that, but they were right. Every time. Put protein on it, I'm buying it. Which brings us right to our next item. This is a protein K-Cup, which in simple terms means protein coffee. We've all had coffee from a Keurig before. They're very simple. You put the pod in the Keurig, close the Keurig, and then coffee comes out. So when I saw this, I got a little concerned because how are they gonna pack 10 grams of protein in this and still get a good coffee flavor? I just imagine it being extremely disgusting and extremely chalky, which is not how I want my coffee. I don't really know how I feel about this, because on one hand, it's an easy way to get protein, but again, you don't need every single thing you consume to have protein in it. But I don't want to just test this, because when I have my coffee, I like to have something sweet alongside it. Well, ironically, these people don't stop at protein, because they've also started adding creatine to a lot of different things. Like this, creatine chocolate. Protein would have been more fitting in a chocolate bar, but creatine? It doesn't make sense, and I'll explain why. For every block of chocolate, there is 55 calories and 5 grams of creatine. In each box, you get 30 servings. The thing is, That box of chocolate is $45. I got one company that's offering me $50 if I don't like their product, and then another one that's charging me $50 to consume it. I can't win. To put it in perspective, this brand of creatine was $45, and you get a total of 75 servings. And it's 0 calories. So why would I want to pay extra to have calories in my creatine? You could quite literally get this and get over double the amount and then just have a piece of chocolate afterwards and it would be the same thing. But okay, I'm gonna stop being a judgmental piece of shit. I'm just gonna try it and we're gonna see how it tastes. First, let's check out the coffee. Now, when I made this, there were little things floating around inside of it, which was my concern from the beginning. Absolutely disgusting. From the first sniff, that doesn't smell good. It kind of smells like Cheetos. Yeah, I can't, like maybe mildewy. I don't know the exact kind of smell that I'm getting, but it's not good. Now, I don't like black coffee, so I'm going to put my usual stuff in it, which I usually do Splenda and milk. All right, here goes nothing. Ugh. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not a fan. I am not a fan of that at all. Oh, that's quite gross. But what about our creatine? Because creatine is one of the most researched supplements in the world and has so many benefits that everybody should be taking it. But should they be taking it from chocolate? Listen, if I'm gonna be having 55 calories with my creatine, it better at least taste extremely good. Here's what it looks like on the inside. It's a standard piece of chocolate. It looks good, it feels good. Let's see how it tastes. It tastes like milk chocolate. It's good. On one hand, how could I hate? Because at the end of the day, it's helping people get their creatine in, whether they want to take it in chocolate form, pill form, or powder form. So with that in mind, I'm going to give the creatine chocolate a 6. I could understand this one. I could. But the protein coffee, get the f*** out of here. 2. Plus when the box arrived, it was completely destroyed, so I might just be holding a grudge. While I certainly did not like the protein coffee, I do have to say that they at least tried. Unlike our next product, some weight loss earrings. I'm going to make this extremely fast because it doesn't deserve any time. These are acupressure slimming earrings. They say they improve digestion, reduce inflammation, stops water retention, is good for hormone production, and boosts your metabolism. For a quick second, take a look at this image here, and what you'll notice is that they have the craziest before and after in the bottom of the image. You mean to tell me that this person had an Ozempic style weight loss just from wearing these earrings? I don't think so, buddy. But I was confused because I went to the 5-star reviews and there were some. 5 stars. These are pretty and all, but I wore them for about 3 months straight and saw no difference. I will continue to wear them though because they are a great accent piece. 5 stars. Cheap. Doesn't work. Cheap material. I first wondered, man, how dumb do these people think that their customers actually are? Then I read the reviews and I said, I get it. Look at me. I'm losing weight. These are actually so stupid, but I'm gonna give them a 2. I'd give it lower than that, but honestly, it was $6. The weight loss fork was $100, so that's remaining on the bottom. But now it's time to go from our ears to our eyes and check out some caffeine eye drops. So aside from the gym, another big part of my life is editing YouTube videos, like the one you're watching now. However, a problem that I face is getting extremely tired in my eyes, which then transfers to the gym, where I'm tired in the gym because my eyes are tired. That sounded like a tongue twister, but I hope you get what I'm saying. However, one day I was scrolling the internet and I came across this article. One thing I noticed was, after a very long time behind a screen, I was always tired. So he started to look for solutions or productivity hacks and eventually discovered that instead of drinking coffee, it's possible to consume caffeine through the eyes. Now, usually while I edit or while I do anything YouTube related, I'll crack an energy drink. But today, we're not doing that. I think I've had enough gym time this week, so instead, we're gonna see if these caffeine eye drops could help me in my workspace. For the record, it arrived in this little box covered in a stain, and it kind of looks like a blue medkit from Fortnite. I don't know why they would send this big box for little eye drops. I'm a little concerned. Concerned because I don't like messing with my eyes, and something that could blind me permanently I'd like to stay away from. Now, to be fair, I wouldn't necessarily say this is a fitness product, but I know a lot of us can struggle from tired eyes that, like I said, could make us tired throughout our day-to-day lives. So if this is a way that could combat that, this could really improve my health. Alternatively, if it makes me blind, I don't think I need to, I'll be depressed. I don't know what I'd do. Probably wouldn't see this video, so if you're seeing this, that means I still have vision. So these are the eye drops, and it has taurine and caffeine inside of them. Warnings, for use in the eyes only. Do not drink. I always like drinking my eye drops. Now I know I shouldn't. I'm gonna toss these in my eye, hopefully not go blind, and I'm gonna edit this video that you're currently watching. Let's see if these really give me the effects of consuming caffeine through the eyes. Isn't that just a wild statement? Consuming caffeine through your eyes? I cannot believe this. Oh! Ooh, it does burn. It does burn a little bit. Alright. Let's edit. They smell weird too. Let's see if this increases my productivity like he says. Okay, listen, I've got to be honest. My eyes feel more awake. I don't have this dry eye, I don't have tiredness in my eyes and my face at all. I feel pretty alert. Honestly, this is probably a product that I'd recommend to somebody if they do struggle with eye fatigue. The thing is, I don't know how much better this would be than regular eye drops, but I'm gonna give it a 6. It does burn a little bit when you first put them in, but then afterwards, feels pretty good. I really thought these would take the spot as the worst product, but this only means that the worst product is the weight loss fork. Give it up to the worst f***ing product on the internet. You are overpriced and purposeless. You are terrible. But you know what's not overpriced, purposeless, and terrible? The video on the screen now, so I highly recommend checking it out. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Get it? I'll see you in the next one because I have fucking caffeine eye drops now?